Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to Saturday, April 25th, our last weekend in April. This is my wake and stretch. We're showing up for each other every day to make sure that you're doing something, you're showing up for something, especially if you are one of those people who are not working right now for whatever reason. Yesterday was a good practice, I think. Music was a real good motivator, and I think I'm going to use that again today. It is the same playlist. I took one song out. I don't want to actually practice for that long. It was almost an hour yesterday. And today I need to do some other stuff around the house, so I'm going to make it just a tad bit shorter, only by like 5 minutes or so. So this should be about 45 minutes, give or take. So if you've not joined me before and this is your first time, just know that I'm not instructing to my fullest capabilities. This is my practice as well. So I do chit chat a little bit as I go through it, just to explain some things if they're new, if I've never taught them before. But otherwise, I just generally say the pose name or give you generally guidelines. I don't really go into the depth of teaching for this purpose. If you want deeper teaching, if you want more instruction, more details, my YouTube channel is where to go. By the same name, Holly R. Jan Yoga. And there's lots of videos there, tutorials, how-tos, full-length classes, all the good stuff, all for free. So you're welcome to jump on there and check out the videos. So I don't have much to say this morning other than hello, and let's get on the mat. I'm gonna push play, find a comfy seat, and you're welcome to join me. As part of the paint of the floor just came off of my foot. Okay. Gonna be a peely day. Oh, already cracking. Sitting comfortably, whatever that means for you, letting your eyes close, and start to focus on the breath. Getting settled into the body, into the rhythm of breath. Uh-oh, sneeze is coming. Oh, excuse me. I think there's another sneeze coming. And from here, bringing your hands onto your knees and starting to move through the spine. Inhaling, lifting the heart and the eyes. And then exhale, curl. Repeating a few more times. From here, taking an easy forward fold over the legs. Oh, I forgot to mention, all my music that I use, at least in these live sessions, is from DJ Taz Rashid. He's pretty popular in the yoga world, and he has some pretty awesome tunes for doing your yoga practice. I'm actually going to turn this up a little bit so that we can all hear it. And gently rolling up through the spine, giving a nice twist to the right. Coming through center and twisting to the left. Coming through center, one more time each side. Coming back through center. Finding your way onto hands and knees. Let's move right into downward facing dog. Just going to gently pedal through the feet here. Get a little movement through the joints. Stretching out the calf muscles, backs of the legs. You may even feel this in the waist a little bit. And I feel myself moving this into a bit of a twist. So letting the heels rock inward and opening up a little bit so that the right hip points to the ceiling. And then moving through a neutral down dog and switching to the other side. Left heel down, left hip up. Feel free to move at your own pace. Once you've done both sides, equally come back to downward facing dog. We'll take a few moments in child's pose. I'm going to go for a little extra arm stretch here. So bringing the elbows closer together so it squeezes your head, palms pressed together in prayer, and then the hands lift over the head. One more breath here. And then letting the arms come back down, sliding into plank. And moving into my favorite side plank, rolling onto one side, letting the other arm lift up. Bringing your body back in one piece, so avoid twisting through the spine. Keep that core nice and engaged. And switch to the other side. Find length through the spine, through the arms, through the legs, through the toes, through the fingers. And gently bring it back. One more time each side. And now coming through center, second side. Coming back to regular plank. Take a nice inhale here and move through a vinyasa. Taking three-legged dog with the right leg, making it a twist. Feel free to roll the ankle at the top, point flex the foot, whatever you need to open up that foot. Step it through. Crescent pose, pressing through those legs, inhaling, coming up. Exhale, settling in through the legs. Interlacing the fingers, lifting a little bit longer through the spine and leaning over to the right. Coming back through center, hands down, vinyasa or down dog. Pardon me for 1 minute, and right back. Okay, I'm back. Now, coming into that downward facing dog. All right, we left off, we just did the right leg up to the left, up and back, three-legged dog. And stepping it through, finding crescent pose on with the left leg in front. Interlacing the fingers, except for the pointer finger, reaching up, lengthening through the waist, and then leaning over to the left. Inhaling up through center, exhale, hands down, step back to plank. Vinyasa, down dog, child's pose. And step it up to the top of the mat, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, start to engage the belly even more, and then exhale, fold it forward. Repeating that a few times. Coming all the way up to vertical, inhaling as you do so. Exhale, hands come to the heart. A few breaths here. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, moving through a sun salutation. Staying in down dog for 2 breaths. Taking the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Twist or not, up to you. Step it through. Find warrior 1 this time. Inhale as you rise up. Hands come behind, interlace the fingers, moving into humble warrior. Good morning, balance. Inhaling, lifting the head. Let the fingers shoot forward, coming into standing split. Back leg is energized. Even those toes. Soften the standing knee. Engage the hamstrings. Start to lift up to warrior 3. And then up to tree pose. Gently release the foot down, bring it back to Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, dive it forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold hands down, move through a vinyasa. Or just press back to down dog if that's what you're feeling today. Moving on to the second side, left leg, three-legged dog. Stepping through, warrior one. Hands come behind, interlace the fingers, opposite thumb on top, moving into humble warrior. Fingertips forward, standing split. Lifting the head, softening the knee, coming up to warrior three. And to tree pose. Live here for a while, breathe here. Stand in your strength. Let your gaze go out into the distance. Gently release the foot down and move into a vinyasa sun salutation, whatever you want to call it. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lifting halfway. Exhale, fold, stepping back, vinyasa, down dog, child's pose, whichever variation thereof. We'll stay here for a little while. One more breath in whatever pose you're in. Find your way back to downward facing dog. Inhaling the right leg up and back. Twist or not, up to you, whichever variation of three-legged dog you like. Stepping through, finding warrior one again. I'm going to repeat a little bit of what I've just done and add on to it, so you have an idea of where we're going. Finding humble warrior. Keeping it nice and square. So avoiding letting the hips slide out to the side. Really try to work to keep within the column of space that your mat creates. Lifting the head, letting the fingers slide forward, standing split. Moving up into warrior three. Now here, we're gonna work on single, well, I'm gonna work on it, you can or cannot, up to you. I'm gonna move through some single leg deadlifts here, and it's just with my own body weight. So I'm going to inhale as I lower down, but keep the head up. As I exhale, bending the knee and lifting up, maybe. Maybe not. Let's try that again. There it is. Inhale, lowering down the fingertips. Exhale, bending the knee. And lifting up. Inhaling as I lower. Exhaling as I bend the knee and lift up. Now, if you want a little extra, the back leg can bend. Oh, I think maybe one more of these. And I think I'm finished. Good, from here. Oh, yes, standing. Oh, yeah. In a narrow stance for Parsvottanasana. So I'm not going to go into a deep fold because I just worked the hamstring a lot. So I'm going to lift up through the spine and exhale it, and I'm taking it very shallow. Hands to the thigh or the shin bones. coming up through vertical, finding tree pose. Check in with your breath here. And gently release the foot down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and take our sun salutation. And all that we did on the right comes at you on the left. Inhale the left leg up and back. Take your three-legged dog any way you like. Step it through. Find warrior one. Into humble warrior, opposite thumb on top. Keeping it square. Eyes come up, fingertips forward, standing split, keeping the hips again square, dropping the right hip down towards the mat. Top leg is energized. Inhaling, lifting the head. Exhale, bend the knee, come up into warrior three. Now here come those single leg deadlifts. Yippee. Excited that the body is strong enough to do this. Oh, maybe it's better if you see my head. All right. So finding that warrior three. Inhaling as the fingertips come down, keep the head up. Exhale, bend the knee, the standing knee, and lift up. Inhale, folding forward. Exhale, bend the knee, lifting up. Two more. Ooh, hello, balance. Last one. Oh. Hey, I'm keeping my balance even though the dance is happening above. And stepping it halfway back. Taking a nice shallow Parsvottanasana. So the back leg is outwardly rotated, front leg's parallel. Inhale, lift through the waist. Exhale, bend at the hips, but we always want more and more length and not going deep at all. Nice shallow stretch. Be mindful that you're not pressing on the knee joint. You want to be above it or below it. Gently coming up to vertical and finding tree. One more nice full breath. Bring the foot back down to the mat and give it a little shake out here. And sun salutation. Down dog or child's pose, your choice. Stay here for a couple breaths. Let yourself check in and see how the body feels after all that. All right, finding that downward facing dog once again. Three-legged dog, any way that makes you happy. Step it through. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. triangle pose. Warrior two. Repeating all that, reverse warrior. To triangle pose. Warrior two, last time through. Reverse. To triangle. All right, so from here, taking half moon balance, Ardha Chandrasana. This is a balance with the body open to the side. The top arm can stay in the waist to transition. Right fingertips reach forward. You might lose my head again. Energize that top leg. When you're there, top arm can extend. Find the openness here. Open the heart to the side of your space, your room, wherever you are. From here, standing split, let the hips come back to squareness. I'm gonna hop back here so that we can see each other. So now we're gonna work the glutes, the side glutes, the medius and minimus. And we're gonna open back up into half moon, maybe? Ah, there it is. This is the same as the side plank as we started in. And from here, moving the body as one piece. So the shoulder and the hip come down together to find the standing split. Rotating back up, finding half moon. Standing split again. Oh, feel that fire in that standing leg. Love it. One last time, coming up to half moon. Gently soften the knee, find warrior two again. Woohoo! Good morning, legs. Cartwheel the arms down. Oh, step it back to plank. Vinyasa down dog or child's pose. All right, moving on to the second side. Inhaling the left leg up and back. Any kind of three-legged dog you like. Stepping it through. Finding warrior two. Finding reverse warrior. To triangle pose. Warrior two. Reverse. To triangle pose. One last time, coming into warrior two. Reverse. To triangle. Moving into that half moon balance. I'm just going to shift myself back before doing so that we can still see each other. Taking the weight into the left fingertips, left standing leg, right leg lifts up, really energize the outer hip. Keep the core active, belly lifting. Top arm can extend if it feels good. Find the openness here, find the length. And we move into standing split, so the entire right side moves as one piece. Maybe taking a fold with the torso. And then opening it back up to half moon. That's where it's really hard to keep the hip and the shoulder together in one piece. It's a little easier coming into that standing split. to find the balance immediately once that right hand lifts off the mat. One more time through, one more standing split. One more half moon. Soften the standing knee, find your warrior two. Oh. Feels good to be strong. Cartwheel the arms down, step it back, vinyasa, down dog or child's pose. So if you did that sequence with me, and maybe you didn't feel so strong, maybe it felt a little wibble wobbly, a little shaky, you have to start somewhere. And it's okay if it was wibble wobbly, as long as you tried it. A few more breaths here in your down dog or child's pose, whichever one you prefer. Whichever one you're hanging out in. All right, from here, I'm gonna slither it through to come onto the belly, a little Ashtanga Pranam, if you will. So I'm gonna bring the legs to a more narrow position. Hands come out in front, about the width of the mat. And you're gonna slide through. So 2 feet, 2 knees, 2 hands, chest and chin. Stick that booty in the air. Then slide it through, come into Sphinx. So I did this yesterday, but it felt pretty good, and I think I want to do it again today. So bending up the back leg, they're both back legs, the right leg. Grab the foot, gently pull it in, being mindful of your knee, of course, and pressing the right hip down into the mat. We're releasing it down, switching to the left leg. Releasing that down, let your chest come down, and we'll move into a few rounds of locust, ending in bow pose. So pressing the palms down onto the mat, inhale, lifting up, engaging the back body. Glutes, hamstrings, rhomboids between those shoulder blades, lower back may engage too. And then exhale, gently lower it down. Inhale, lifting it up. Changing the hands this time. Palms now face, a little superhero action. And gently lower down. One more round of locusts. Taking the arms wherever you'd like. I'm interlacing them just to get a little more chest opening. This actually engages the back a little bit differently than if the arms were apart. So if you want to play with that, it's always fun to explore new things. Gently release. Then for this last round, moving into bow pose, or just repeat locust again if bow is not an option for you. So from here, gently releasing, controlling the descent. Keep the legs floating, palms turn upwards towards the ceiling. Little baby pulses with the hands. It's okay if the feet touch and press down if the legs get tired. And keep breathing here. One more full breath. Gently release, bring the arms in front for crocodile pose. Everything can relax down. Bend the legs at the knees and gently windshield wiper from side to side. Coming back through center, legs extend long, toes tucked. Hands underneath the shoulders. And moving into a reverse plank, so pushing from the bottom up. Now the best way to do this so that you're not peeling yourself up this way is to start with the belly. So take a nice inhale. And exhale, scoop the belly up and in. Then press yourself up. You can come onto knees and then let the legs straighten. And gently press back to down dog or child's pose. Lifting the head, bring yourself forward, and find a seated position. So legs extend out in front. And I'm going to move right into some hip opening. The hamstrings are pretty active. We've done some strengthening and some stretching already. So I'm going to skip Paschimottanasana today. Instead, cradle the right leg. Give a little rock from side to side. And from here, bringing it into half lotus for Ardha Baddha Paschimottanasana. God bless me. So bring the heel as close as you can manage to your hip. It's okay if it's not in the crease. Anywhere between the knee and the hip joint. Sitting up nice and tall. And if it feels good for you, you can fold forward. If this is good for you in this position, just stay there. The practice is about you and what you need. I'm giving suggestions, and this is what, selfishly, this is what I need this morning, but I'm hoping that you may need some of this as well. You show up and inspire each other. Gently coming up through vertical from here. I'm going to move the ankle now closer to the knee. My foot is all the way over to the side for a seated pigeon. So the left heel is in line with the sit bone. It's not in the middle. Sitting up nice and tall. Be mindful that your shoulders aren't creeping up to your ears. That nice length. Long neck like a giraffe. Gently releasing the legs down, giving them a good shake, and switching to the other side. Giving a nice cradle, nice rock, that left leg. Bringing it into half lotus, whatever that means on this side. Sitting up nice and tall. Either staying here or taking an easy fold forward. Enjoy the trigger point of the ankle into the thigh. Gently coming back up through vertical. Let's move the ankle first, so it's closer to the knee. Bend up the bottom leg and seated pigeon. Gently releasing the legs out, giving them a good shake. And rolling down onto the spine, coming flat. Letting the arms come down by your sides. Just take a nice deep breath into the nose and out through the mouth. And today I'm going to move into legs up the wall. So I'm going to adjust my mat a little bit. So I'm against the wall. And the best way to come into this is to sit on one hip, slide your booty up against the wall, lay down on that same side, and then roll onto your back and let the legs float up the wall. Arms can go wherever you want them to go. And if you are looking for a little bit more, there's hair in my mouth. If you're looking for a little bit more in the inner thighs, you can come to a butterfly and gently press, or if you want to come to a straddle to get a little bit more opening, feel free. Stay here for just a little bit. While you're here, check in with the breath. Feel your heartbeat. Check in with how you're feeling emotionally, energetically. And it's just an observation. It's not, I should be this or I should be that. It's just, how am I right now? And if emotion comes up, allow yourself to experience that. It's all energy. It's all passing through us. When you express the emotions that come up, no matter what it is, it releases it, which then creates space for new energy, new emotion to come in. Try to let everything relax physically. And you always have an option, and the option now is to stay here with legs up the wall, or you can move into a Shavasana for the next 3 minutes. I honestly don't feel like moving, so I think I'm going to chill out here. But if Shavasana feels better for you, then move into that instead. And just breathe. Please know that at any point, if you have your legs up the wall and you'd like to move out of it, do that. Do what feels right for you. Start to deepen your breath. And gradually start to wake yourself up, fingers, toes, wrists, ankles. If you're in Shavasana, give a good long stretch. Your legs are at the wall, hug them in towards your chest. And from here, roll onto your right side into fetal position, using your right arm as a pillow for your head. Gently press yourself up to a seated position. We'll take our few moments after practicing to check in, body, mind, and soul, and emotions, and energy. If when you sit up you feel, after your check-in, and you feel still a little vibrating, like you have this jittery energy, then you may need a few more minutes in Shavasana. So I invite you to lay back down and chill in your Shavasana as long as you need. Otherwise, take a few moments for some gratitude, something you're thankful for today. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste, my friends. So I hope you enjoyed the practice with me this morning. I will be here again tomorrow, same time, same place. And I always reshare, so I like to share the yoga. I like to share the movement. I like to share the breath. So you will find this in my stories. You will find this on my Facebook, and you will find this on my YouTube. So feel free to join me at any point. We got, I think it's 5 days left in the month. Can you believe it? It's almost May. So I hope to see you tomorrow. Enjoy your weekend. Mwah. Bye.